I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mira podéis ver a su clarear lo que erguido se alzó cuando el sol se ocultaba y en sus ganas y estrellas en el rudo luchar sobre recio baluarte tallando ondulaba y en la bomba lanzar su rojiza explosión en la noche dio a ver que allí estaba el pendón estrellado tremola feliz en la tierra del mar y el libre país.
You may all take your seat. We will now have our opening remarks from Mayor Brandon Scott.
Good evening, and good evening, class of 2021. I came here tonight to celebrate you, to congratulate each and every one of you, but more importantly, to thank you. Thank you for pushing through. You have endured something that no one else has endured as a student in high school over the last year and 6 months, but you pushed through it all. And also to say thank you. Thank you for believing in yourselves. Thank you for believing in each other. And thank you for proving the world wrong about what they say about you, the young people of Baltimore. Because we all know you're great. You know you're great. Now we just have to continue to watch each and every one of you show everyone else how great you are. This is the end of your time in high school, but it's the beginning of the rest of your life. And we know that your time at the great Dunbar High School has prepared you for the world in a way that you don't even know yet. And what we're expecting from each and every one of you is that you continue on the legacy of those who came before you as Dunbar graduates to make your world a better place. Continue to love each other, hold each other accountable, but most importantly, continue to soar into the best version of yourselves. We will always be here to support you. We will always love you, but we want you to be the best version of ourselves that we've ever seen before. Congratulations again, and thank you again.
Now we will have our principal message from Dr. Yatunde Rees, followed by our valedictorian speeches. Dunbar valedictorians Devin Harris and Tyler Lane, and PTAC valedictorian Braxton Kess. Good evening. Can y'all make some noise for yourselves? You guys are so quiet and reserved. We need to turn up a little bit. This is an important day. Greetings, Mayor Scott, families, district representatives, staff, and most importantly, the class of 2021. And we need to make a little bit more noise, and y'all need to make some noise for yourselves. Today is a momentous occasion for you, your family, and our community. We are so proud of you. Please give yourselves another round of applause. It has been an honor and an absolute joy and a highlight of my career to be your principal. In the short time that we have been together, I have learned that you are motivated, determined, brilliant, resilient, and you have dreams for your futures. In your class are future doctors, lawyers, nurses, business owners, engineers, emergency medical personnel, and the list truly goes on. Each of you is ready to change the world, and I know you will. The world needs you to show up and show out. The pandemic proved without a doubt that your determination will help you overcome any challenges that you face, and your goals are bigger than any adversity. During the pandemic, when many would have given up, you did not. You were awarded over $1 million in scholarships and have a host of college acceptances. While I wish I met you sooner, you have made a tremendous impact on me. You have made me a stronger leader, and I thank you. You remind me of why I became an educator. I hope that you stay connected to your Dunbar family. We want to hear about your accomplishments. We want to celebrate your milestones, and most importantly, be a support when you encounter any challenges. As you enter the world, continue to find your network of support. Form relationships with people who are invested in your success, and please make a commitment to leave a mark on the world the same way you have left a mark on Dunbar. Thank you to your families who have been a support system and partnered with us in your high school journey. To the class of 2021, it is time to chase every dream you have and create new dreams when those run out. I wish you joy, happiness, success in every endeavor. We love you and we celebrate you. Thank you. If our valedictorians can make their way to the stage. Tyler, Devin, come on up. That's fine. We will first hear from our co-valedictorians of Dunbar, Devin Harris and Tyler Lane. And the PTAC valedictorian, Braxton Kess, will close the section.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I was honored when they told me that I would be co-valedictorian for the class of 2021 and being able to give a speech to you guys. I was also kind of surprised, but everyone else somehow already knew I would be given this opportunity, everybody but me. I guess this can be related to those insecurities that we all build up in our heads over time, the insecurities that we created ourselves, that blinds us from the greatness that we already have inside of us the moment we're born to the day we die. Throughout these 4 years, we've all been faced with struggles that made it seem almost impossible to make it to this point in our lives. Insecurity was my struggle. It was hard having everyone tell you that they see your greatness, but you couldn't see it for yourself. All I could do was agree, and maybe I'll see it one day. Everyone is different, so your obstacle could have been anything in your life that made moving forward seem unbearable. Everyone has those days, but it takes the best of us to pick ourselves up and push through all the pain and negativity. Because if you don't, you'll never make it, and that's the truth. There will always be something in the way of your success. There will always be someone hoping you will fail, something that judges you before you even enter a room. It could be where you're from, the color of your skin, the way you look, or the money you have. But there's only one person who has the power over your success or failure, and it's you. And seeing all of you here shows that you already know that. You already know how to persevere, how to fight, and how to work for what you always dreamed about. All you have to do is take those same skills and apply it to your next steps in the future. And everyone here today knows we can do it. All this support and love is here with us today and every day after. So never get discouraged, have hope. Never feel alone. There's always someone willing to lend a shoulder, even if you can't see it. Never be in doubt of your abilities, because they're there. You just have to look deep within. And as I stand here today in front of everyone, I stand with all of you. I stand with you when hope is lost. I stand with you when times are hard. I stand with you when the odds are stacked against you, because I'm rooting for you even if you don't see it. Because a win for one is a win for the culture, but we all need to win. So congratulations to all of you, Dunbar's 2021 high school graduates. So enjoy this, because this is a big win and many more to come. Thank you.
Good evening, parents, guests, staff, and the class of 2021. I would like to say that I'm honored to have earned the opportunity to stand in front of you today. Thank you to everyone present here. Thank you to everyone who is part of the school. You all have helped us reach this level in our life. Without you and your continued support, who knows where we would be. To my classmates, I'm proud of you all, and our effort and hard work has finally paid off. Most of us probably wanted to give up on school when we found out that our senior year was not going to go as planned. But we pushed through, and here we are today, stronger than ever, still together, and graduating. Most importantly, I would like to thank my family and friends that have been with me during my whole entire high school experience. Each of you have helped me in so many ways, whether it was advice, listening to me vent, or helping me stay motivated. It seems like it was just yesterday that we were all freshmen. I remember freshman year when I first started at Dunbar. I was nervous, but once I began to build bonds, I was fine. These 4 years of high school were not easy for me at all. I had a lot of ups and downs, but despite everything I have been through, I'm standing here today as valedictorian. I can honestly say that I did have good days, but there were days that I wanted to give up with school, but I kept pushing myself. I did not give up because I have never given up on anything that I wanted to accomplish and or myself. I have been through enough to know that I can overcome any obstacles no matter how long it takes. This pandemic took a major toll on everyone due to all the crazy things that took place. We have all witnessed things that were unfair, and as we enter adulthood, let us remember that we have the power to change the world. I know a lot of us struggled during this pandemic, but it taught us all a lot of different things. Among those things, how to persevere. If we can survive a pandemic and graduate during a pandemic, nothing is impossible for us. This pandemic has taught me that I can accomplish anything I want to. It has taught me to trust my friends and family because you never know when someone may be gone. There are people that I love that I wish could be here right now to witness this moment in my life, but I know that they are proud of me. This fall, I will be attending Lincoln University along with some other classmates. Lincoln University was the first degree awarded HBCU in this country. HBCUs were established before the abolition of slavery, demonstrating that despite the most dire circumstances, there was hope for better. With that in mind, I want to say, although some of us may never cross paths again, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors and because of them, we are powerful, resilient, magical, and unstoppable. I would like everyone to remember that Black lives still matter today, tomorrow, and every day after that. I wish everyone many congratulations once again and the best of luck in the future.
Good evening. My whole life has been a big obstacle. I faced countless challenges that I did not think I would overcome, like my speech difficulties. I still face my speech difficulties, but I've never faced a bigger obstacle than being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes during the first week of my freshman year. That was a very traumatic event for me because I was in a new environment, new school, and new journey in my life. I missed my entire freshman first week of school. When I went back to school, I was stressed, I was dealing with new medication, being back in school, and much more. I had to relearn new routines such as pricking myself with lancets every time I ate, having to see different doctors. I was getting in trouble with the administrative team because I would show up to school every day late, adjusting my body to accommodate to the new medications. I fell into a bad depression because of all the pressure I felt. I would not be standing in front of you all if it wasn't for the support I had then and the support I have now. I wanted to tell you my journey and one of the challenges I faced during my high school year, because no matter how hard you fall or how low you get, there is only one way up. It is okay to feel down. It is not okay to stay in that place. It is okay to ask for help. Being mature and growing means having no shame in asking for help. Life is not an easy thing you can grasp. My high school experience wasn't just about the obstacles I faced. I had some pretty memorable moments like the school fights we had, the talent shows we used to do, and the trips we had. The pandemic we faced has been tough. We missed almost all of our senior activities, but it was still fun. I would like to thank Mr. Cesanaya and Mr. Rowe for being our senior advisors. I would like to thank my family, teachers, and friends for making it to this point in my journey as a newly graduate. I've decided to further my education in PSAC at Laurence Dunbar High School as a nursing major. As we enter this new journey in life of class of 2021, remember, we are graduating in a pandemic. We made it.
Let's give it up for our valedictorians. We will now have an alumni presentation from Ms. Alyssa Griffin.
Good evening, class of 2021. I am Dr. Alyssa Griffin. I am a graduate of the class of 1991, Dunbar High School. I am very proud to stand here before you today. After I graduated from Dunbar, I moved to Atlanta to attend Clark Atlanta University. I am currently a senior laboratory educator in the biology department at Spelman College in Atlanta, Georgia. And I just want to welcome you to an elite group of alumni of Dunbar High School that include myself, my father, who is a graduate of the class of 1969, my mother, who is a graduate of the class of 1975, and who also worked as a teacher and retired as principal of Sarah M. Roach Elementary School last year after 40 years of service to Baltimore City Public Schools. I am also welcoming you to join my sister, who is a graduate of the class of so many of us, the class of 1996, Dunbar High School. So, if you can't tell, I am the proudest graduate of Dunbar High School. And at this time, I would like to ask Devin Harris and Tyler Lane to join me on the stage, please. Thank you. 30 years ago, when I graduated, the valedictorian of the class of 1961 came to our commencement ceremony. And at that time, I was the valedictorian and the class president. And she did something. She gave me an award that stuck with me for these 30 years, and I'm sure will be with me forever. So I would like to pass that on to Devin and to Tyler. And each of you will receive an award. So I have one here. And in this bag is a globe. This globe represents all the places you will go and all of the greatness, the tenacity, all of those good characteristics that will allow you to be successful in the world. So it's a globe, so you'll be successful in the world and joining this elite status as a valedictorian of Dunbar High School. In addition, each of you will receive a scholarship award in the amount of $250. Okay. I have to give you one too. Okay? Thank you. Thank you.
Now we will have our keynote address by Pastor Marcus England.
I would like to say greetings to our Mayor, Brandon Scott, our principal, Dr. Reeves, to the faculty and staff, to the parents I see you that are watching, and to the graduating class of 2021. Can you give it up for yourselves? Oh, can you give it up for yourselves, y'all? Y'all did this. And I want to encourage you today. I thought it was an opportune time. As I was looking at what I was going to say, I had to rewrite it because Devin and Tyler and Braxton took all of my words. And so I wanted to make sure that I could rewrite what was being said. And you know what I started to think about was the power of achievement. And I thought about the power of achievement to every person that's in this place, because what you've defined today and what you've spoken to yourself is that you have the power to be an achiever. And you have the power to not fail, but actually succeed. Regardless of what it looked like, regardless of how hard it was, you all succeeded. But you just didn't succeed by yourself. You succeeded with your family. Now, can you give it up for those that got you here real quick? Can you give it up for your family that's watching on camera and online right now? Because it's an opportunity to celebrate what today looks like. I'm going to tell you, today looks different. It is different. It doesn't look like how I was. But one thing that you can understand that I want to give to you is that you are getting off a little bit way easier than I was. When I graduated in 1999, it was a 2.5-hour ceremony. You were sitting there for a long time. And so I want to let you know the fact that I am up and we're only like 30 minutes in, you are having a good moment right now. You got the rest of your evening to hang out and declare and celebrate what's happening today. And so I want to talk about this special day. I want to talk about this opportunity to understand that because you have made an accomplishment, it gives you an opportunity to look back when life is going to get hard. I want to let you know it's going to get hard. And the reason it's going to get hard is because you're not going to settle. You're not going to settle for the minimum. You're not going to settle for just what somebody's willing to give you. You're not going to settle for what you just see someone else have. You're going to achieve the purpose and the promise of what I would say God has spoken over your life. I really believe this today is that there's something special about you. I know in these moments you can just zone out because it's like, I'm ready to get this thing over. But I want you to really grasp is that you're here because you made it. You didn't fail. You didn't allow your enemies to talk you out of it. You went through a pandemic and still succeeded. And so today I want to celebrate you. I want to celebrate your accomplishment. But what I want to celebrate more than anything in this world is that you prove to yourself that you can do something great. You prove to yourself that you have the ability to do something beyond what you could even imagine or think. And the success of what you're doing today will establish the success of your tomorrow. Class of 2021, is anybody going to be great in here? Is that true? So we all going to be great. So the idea is that greatness doesn't come without discomfort. And greatness doesn't come from just settling. Greatness comes from going beyond where you are today. And so you had people in your life that helped you get to this point. You had staff that was a part of you getting to this point. You had your principal that was a part of getting to this point. But the biggest person that got you to this point is you. Somebody say me. I got myself to this point because I didn't quit. And because you didn't quit today, I think it's important that you recognize that as you move towards college, as you move towards a job, as you move towards moving into the military, whatever you decide to do, for my entrepreneurs here that are going to start a business, for those of you that are a part and are athletic, that are going to go to the NBA and to the NFL and are going to move into all kinds of arenas, I want to get you focused real quick that this is not the end of your success. It's just a comma. And if you can get that it's just a comma, what you do is don't put a period that this is all that you have, but you recognize there is more to come in the future. So what I want to gear you up for is not just settling here. You got to celebrate your win, but you got to keep moving because what's ahead is even greater for you in this time. Parents, as I talk to you online, I want to let you know, thank you, but it's not over. Even though we've gotten to high school, it's not over for your students because there is a future that they have ahead. And to you, students, I want to let you know it's going to get hard. But remember this day, what you accomplish here is something greater than I can say almost any class has ever done. You went through a pandemic and still graduated. So you did this thing, and you made this thing happen today. And I want you to be excited that you made this thing happen today because something great is going to come out of your achievement. It wouldn't be right if I didn't leave with this. Let's not allow ourselves to get fatigued doing good. At the right time, you will harvest a good crop, which is meaning you will get a reward if you don't give up or quit. And so today I tell you, don't quit because there's a future ahead. Don't quit because there's an entrepreneur here. Don't quit because success is ahead of you if you realize this is not a period, only a comma. Listen, class of 2021, you are great, and you must remember that. And I want you to understand that your greatness doesn't stop here. Your greatness goes further. Can you give it up for yourselves as you begin to graduate and move into a new year? Celebrate each other and celebrate yourself.
Thank you, Pastor Marcus. All right, y'all, it's your time. Y'all ready? Y'all don't sound ready. Are y'all ready? We will now have the recommendation of the class of 2021, followed by the acceptance of the class of 2021 and the presentation of the class of 2021. If Dr. Brooks, Dr. Reeves, and Vice Chair Commissioner Richardson, please come to the stage or to the mic.
Will Mr. Nolan, Ms. Gillen, Mr. Rowe, and Ms. Watson please stand? Ms. Cranston, will you please stand? Will you please give a warm round of applause and appreciation to the senior team? Will the faculty and staff who are present, will you please stand? Will you give them a round of applause for their hard work and efforts in getting you to the finish line? You guys can do more than that because these people have worked and worked and worked and worked. I want to thank you all for your hard work and support of the class of 2021. You may be seated. Will the graduates please stand? Can we give them another round of applause? As Ms. Wise said, it's showtime. In recognition of the records and achievements of the students of this class, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as the principal of Paul Laurence Dunbar High School, I certify that these students have met the graduation requirements of both Baltimore City Schools and the Maryland State Department of Education. I take pleasure in recommending to you the graduating class of 2021. Graduates, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Dr. Deborah Brooks, the Executive Director of Special Education.
Good evening and congratulations, class of 2021. Acknowledging the certification and the recommendation by the principal and by the authority vested in me as Executive Director of Special Education, I take pleasure in presenting to you the graduating class of 2021 for the conferring of diplomas and certificates. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Jonetta Richardson, Vice Chair of the Baltimore City Board of School Commissioners.
Class of 2021, I'm excited to be here with you tonight. In recognition of the certification of these graduates, the recommendation of the principal, and the acknowledgement of the Executive Director of Special Education, and by virtue of the authority vested in me as Vice Chair of the Baltimore City School Board, I take pleasure in accepting the graduating class of 2021 for the conferring of high school diplomas and certificates.
Okay, if all the graduates can have a seat, the first row can remain standing. This one. This one.
Devin Harris. Tyler Lane. Braxton Kett. Jennifer Alvarez. Khalil Bailey. Hassan Banks.
If the second row can please rise.
Zaire Banks. Honey, come on up. Zakai Banks. Kiana Black. Janier Brandon. Tylisha Blow.
If the next row can please stand.
Michaela Battle. Mariah Blakeney. Elisa Brinkley. Zoe Brown. Brent Bullock. Devin Burton.
If the next row can please stand. If the next row can please stand. Graduates, you can take your seat as you come back.
Shabria Butler. Anira Bates. De'Ara Carr. Jemiah Carr. Dominique Carroll. Faith Carter Top.
If the next row can please stand. If the next row can please stand.
Davion Charles. Caitlin Clark. Jarrell Clayton. Devron Coleman. Jasmine Collins.
If the next row can please stand. If the next row can please stand.
Marquise Collin. Kaya Conway. Ashley Corbett. Jamel Cornish. Jerome Davis. Cameron DeVille.
If the next row can please stand. If the next row can please stand.
Amari Dixon. Naona Earl. Demel Edwards. Tajane Edwards. Stephen Filer.
If the next row can please stand.
Latrell Fleet. Christopher Forrest. Emmanuel Frink. Anthony Fuller. Ishmael Gabriel.
If the next row can please stand.
Keontae Garland. Theodore Garnett. Isis Guilford. Emily Gomez Guzman. Martrell Gray. Sean Gray. Jemiah Green. Alexandra Guevara.
If the next row can please stand.
Donovan Hammonds. Janiyah Hance. Tamia Hargrove. Artez Harris.
If the next row can please stand. If the next row can please stand.
Daniel Henderson. Lauren Henry. Kalisha High. Dalton Hunt.
If the next row can please
Shataya
stand.
Irby. Modupe Margaret JSMA. Jalen Johnson. Kyrie Johnson. Kamari Johnson. Amiri Jones. Tremaine Jones. Kanira Jones. Kevin Jones. Ariane Kearns.
If the next row can please stand. If the next row can please stand. If the next row can
Braxton
please stand.
Hess. Alize King. Reuben King. Gregory Lawson, Alea Little, Nathan Lynch, Alicia Maddox. De'Ara Martin, Sanai Matthews, Larry McCollum, Kajay McCoy, Nasir McDowell, Francisco Mendez Sanchez.
If the next row can please stand. If the next row can please stand.
Daria Mitchell, Natalia Mitchell, Sean Morris, Nakaya Neal, Davonna Nelson, Keon Newsom, Diana Garcia Orantes, Jordan Parker, Malik Phillip.
If the next row can please stand.
Taviana Poole, Kaye Poulin, Darren Reagan.
If the next row can please stand.
Manye Rivers, Montez Rollins, Jonathan Rowe, Kiana Scott, Munir Shahid, Anaya Shanks, Deshaun Shell, Kiara Sims, Kyrie Sims,
If the next row can please stand.
Wayne Singletary, Kieran Smith, Tyreek Smith, Akil Stanley, Kendall Stewart, All right, slow your roll. Tyreek Sykes. Joseph Garcia Tomlinson. Darius Singletary. Francisco Vega. Kenyon Washington. Cortez Young Walker. Terry Watkins. Sanira Welch. Ariana Wells. Amarian Weston. Anira White. Jeremiah White. Rayshawn Wyndham. Ishay Terrell.
Okay, class of 2021, you have one final thing to do to make this moment official. If all of you can stand up for me. To grab your tassel and to show that you have completed this journey, this far in your journey. You're going to take your tassel to the other side. You are now the alumni of Dunbar High School. Congratulations. Right, we're going to have closing remarks from Dr. Reeves, and then we will have our recessional. Again, congratulations to you all.
So if you guys could please stay standing. I just want us to have another round. Please, please, please meet your graduate outside, and we appreciate your support, and congratulations again.
Good morning. How are you feeling today? I just wanna lay in bed and not do this. Hold on to my mind before I lose it. Bill collector calling for the 5th time. Wish they get off my line. Dreams when my eyes close. I see myself living life like it's golden. Like that Joe skyline, like the McDonald's sign. Pray to God for a sign. I've been stuck on rewind. Life's a challenge sometimes. Wanna give up, but I know I'm one of a kind. Now I'm ready for battle, so bring out the troops. I pull out the suit. To me, superheroes look like me and you. Cause every day I wake up, I try to face the world, but I get down. What goes around, goes around, goes around. What goes around won't keep me down. Cause every day I wake up, it's a new day starting right now. What goes around, goes around, goes around. What goes around won't keep me down. Cause I'm a fighter for you. Put on my cape, lace up my boots. I will change the world for you. Cause I'm a fighter for you. Put on my cape, lace up my boots. I will change the world for you. You don't gotta worry now. You don't gotta be afraid. You're only a step away. Things will never be the same. You can make the change today. You can dance the pain away. What goes around comes around. You made it through another day. Hit rock bottom and things went left quick. Sometimes it's hard to play the cards you dealt with.